Hello everyone. A lot of people are asking questions about the exam and curious at how that is going to go. And so that's what we actually went over today in today's Zoom meetings. And so I just wanted to, for those people who weren't there, I wanted to make sure that you had a video explaining to you those things. And so here's the cover sheet for exam chapter 6 and chapter 7. The exam is not designed to take 24 hours, but in number 1, I'm telling you that you will be given 24 hours to do your exam and to submit it. That way, I know that people's time has changed when they're working and those kind of things, and so that way you'll make sure that you can take your time and do a nice job on the exam. I'll be sending the exam out to you via email on Tuesday, March 31st at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it will be due 24 hours later, Wednesday, April 1st at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You can choose to print the exam if you have a printer, and that does help you be neat and keep your work organized. And then it's more like what you're used to. But I understand that many people don't have a printer. And so if you don't have a printer, there's no need to try to find some place that you can print it. You can use your own paper and make sure that your work is labeled and neat and in order. And so your exam is in order, and if you were writing on my paper, it would be in order, so you want to keep it in order when you write on your own paper. You have all the time you need, so please write clearly and be neat and in order. Exams that do not meet these conditions will not receive any credit. Number 3, you always, on every test we have, you need to justify your answer. You need to show your work. And so there may be partial credit where appropriate, and so definitely showing your work for that is necessary. But it's actually your work is more important or as important as your answer. And so you want to make sure that, that you show your work. So there's many problems that if you just have an answer down, whether it's the right answer or the wrong answer, you will not receive any credit without work. You need work to support your answer. You're proving to me that you know how to solve these problems. So that's kind of the story on that. And all answers should be given in exact form and completely simplified unless otherwise stated. And that's been true on all of our exam. You only round if it's told you to round and where to round to. And so that's kind of the same story there. You may use your customary half sheet of notes. Otherwise, you may not use your notes, your homework, your textbook, or the internet. You may not collaborate with another person. Any deviation from these rules will be considered academic dishonesty. And so at the end of the day, the reason that you're taking this class is to learn the foundation for your STEM major. And so if you cheat and you get away with cheating, that causes you to get a passing grade that you didn't deserve, then you may put yourself in a position of not being able to pass the classes for your STEM major, like your biology class, your chemistry class, your physics class, etc., or pre-calculus, and not being able to go back and take intermediate algebra because you have a passing grade in it. And so you really don't want to do that to yourself. If this is your goal, you want to be honest about it. And so many of you are such good students that I just know that you will be honest. It's usually pretty easy to tell when someone has cheated, and so you really don't want that on your conscience or having me talk to you about that. Okay, number 6, you need to submit your exam to me, and you can either scan your work and generate a PDF or take high resolution photos, and then you'll send that back to me via email. When you're sending the email, be careful if your attachment is too large, and if you've used photographs, it can get too large, and then you'll need to send multiple emails. There is a pretty good scanner on iPhone in the notes that some students were showing me about, and it's pretty nice. And there's a number of scanners that you can get for free on either Android or iPhone. And so that's the reason the extra time, because I know that you will have to figure out how to get it scanned. I also highly recommend that you send yourself the email. So when you email me your exam, that you send the same email to yourself. And so you CC it to yourself so that you can check it and make sure that it came. Because if you don't get it and it doesn't have the attachments, then I didn't get it and it doesn't have the attachments. And so that's a really good thing to do. And then on Thursday, April 2nd and Friday, April 3rd, each student will have Chapter 6, Chapter 7 Zoom follow-up. To prepare for your individual follow-up, organize your daily incentive point labs so that you have them in order and that you're ready to present them and talk about them. And also you would like to have your homework in order and so that you're ready to present it and talk about it. And also your exam, make sure that you have it with you, because we'll also be talking about your exam and how you solve certain problems and whatnot. And so be ready to discuss the mathematical content of Chapter 6 and Chapter 7. This is your moment to shine. And the Zoom follow-up is mandatory to earn the points on your daily incentives and on the exam. And so you need to make sure that you come to it. I've given you a list of good times, and you can put check marks on times that you're available. Put more, so that makes it easier for me, so that I can schedule everyone and get everyone in. And then if you're hand printing, then you can just write good times for me and put a number of good times, so that it makes it easier for me. And then on Saturday is the first day of spring break, and I know this is really disappointing to a lot of you, but you won't be hearing from me for a whole week. I won't be putting things on Canvas. I won't be sending you videos, and I won't be sending you nagging emails. And so you'll get some time to relax at your house. And so if you have more questions, then make sure that you come to my Zoom meetings tomorrow, Tuesday. I'm going to have one for the 8 o'clock class at 8 o'clock, but anyone can come, even if you're in the 1 o'clock class. And I'm going to have one for the 1 o'clock class at 1 o'clock. And so we'll be discussing math, the exam, homework problems, review problems, the whole kit and caboodle. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Talk to you later.